Where does the magnetic come from? It comes from the pure mathematics, not the mixed, diluted, and tampered with. See, when you refine your power, it's mixed, diluted, and tampered with. As Universal Sham God told you, it's a homosexual, really, because you take the 5-pointed seed and cultivate it, right? So now, it ain't power no more. It's refined. This is illogical, and this is harmful. Why is it harmful? Because, let me tell you something. If mathematics was being properly applied as it should be since the year 1964, we would be doing a hell of a lot better. But when you take the refinement and you put it in the wrong fucking place, now you got people who should have had refinement in their culture, and that's why they look like savages, even though they know 120 their whole fucking life. I can't distinguish you from the goddamn wino in the gutter. You see? Why? Because, well, where's your refinement, God? Well, it's with my power. Well, no wonder why your power ain't shit, and now you look like shit, and you act like shit. Because the refinement is supposed to be where? In your culture. Anybody who has a solid grasp, a rudimentary grasp of the English language will tell you that culture and refinement are virtual synonyms. Synonyms, virtually synonymous, meaning almost synonyms. If somebody is cultured, that means that they're refined in their manner and taste.
Peace.
Right? If I say, yo, the God is cultured, that means he's refined. Not he's refined, his ways and actions. You can only apply refinement to 2, 4, and 6. Wisdom, culture, and equality, because it's going to distill back. Give me an example of refinement, anybody. Something basic, brushing your teeth, right? Do you brush your teeth one time and go, glad I got that over with, and for the rest of your life you don't ever have to brush your teeth again? But how many times did you have to hear the black man is God? That's the difference. See the difference between power and culture? See, power is the truth. I tell you the truth. This is like this. If I say, yo, just like I corrected that lesson, I'll never have to do that again, because you get it, you understand it. Knowledge is unchangeable. It's unrefinable. Understanding, power, these are masculine principles, right? How many gods you know name knowledge? Plenty. How many gods you know name understanding? Plenty. How many gods you know name power? Plenty. How many gods you know name refinement? 0. See, even the ones that advocated, they wouldn't even name themselves that.
Peace. Peace.
Refinement is something that you have to do over and over again. Why? Because just like that water is drawn up, only to what? Distill right back. 2, 4, and 6, you gotta wash your ass every day, brush your fucking teeth every day, make up your fucking bed. This is all refinement. It's something that has to happen over and over again. There has to be a level of repetition to it. You see? That's where refinement takes place. As soon as you put it with power, you done fucked up real bad. Now, if you understand that, then you can say, well, now it makes sense why so many things are fucked up when I look around. Because everybody's been putting refinement in the wrong fucking place for 60 goddamn years. And then the same people will tell you, we're living mathematics, we're living mathematics. Really? Well, the evidence says otherwise. Because I should see refinement in the culture, right? That's why we got so many people out here, gods and earths, that are super obese, right? Can tell you how fast the atom travels in the dark. Turn around and eat 5 hoagies. No refinement in their culture, right? Because that's a part of culture too. What you eat, how you speak. You see, I can code switch. I can speak very rough. I can speak slang. I can curse my ass off with the best of them. I can sound like fucking Red Fox in a heartbeat. I was taught that way. But I can also speak with somebody who's highly educated. I can speak with somebody at a master's or a doctoral level and not have to curse a word and speak very eloquently and articulate myself well. That's the meaning of being Lord of all what? Worlds. You see? You can't go everywhere and speak the same way to everybody because that wisdom has to be what? Swift and changeable. You can't go home and be like, yo, I was with the fucking gods. You know, come home and tell your moms and talk to her like that. No. Right? You're not going to say to a baby, yo, eat that fucking food I just bought. No. So we know who to talk what way to, right? That is refinement in your wisdom. The only place you can possibly apply it is wisdom, culture, and equality. That's it. You say, well, why not build or destroy it? Because once we get past God, now we're in the heavens anyway. And now we have the duality. As the Son of Man taught me from mouth to ear, there's only 1 degree in mathematics. There's only 1 degree in mathematics with duality. And that is build or destroy. Because in order for something to live, something must what? Die. If I'm stranded on an island and I want to build a canoe to get off that motherfucker, I gotta kill a tree to build a canoe. So I gotta destroy this to build that. You see? Does this not make sense? So the only degree in mathematics that you're going to see with duality is build or destroy. That's it. Ain't no, well, and then they say power or refinement. Okay, well, which one is it and when did we use it? They can't tell you that. Well, culture or freedom. Really? You sound confused. Which one is it and when do we use it? They don't know. They don't know. That's 90%, at least 85% of the people in here don't know. Why? Because I say, here's some Kool-Aid, everybody drinks the Kool-Aid, then when the living water come around, all of y'all motherfuckers got such a taste for sugar, you want to hear something sweet. Water is not sweet, but it's going to keep your ass alive. Kool-Aid is just some sweet shit. And if you let Jim Jones pour it for you, your ass gonna be dead as a doornail. And a lot of these motherfuckers is Jim Joneses giving these niggas Kool-Aid because it's sweet. And they walk away, hey, I got this Kool-Aid with a Kool-Aid smile. Hey, woo, nation of gods and earths. No, there's no life in that, none. As the Son of Man told me, I'm a 5%. And I say that proudly. I'm a 5%. Don't get me confused with your God bodies and your NGEs and all of that other stuff. I'm a 5%. Poor righteous teachers who do not believe in the teachings of the 10%, but they're all wise to know who the true and living God is and teach that the almighty true and living God is the Son of Man, supreme being, black man of Asia, who teaches freedom, justice, and equality to all the human families of the planet Earth, otherwise known as civilized people, also Muslims and Muslim sons. Allah is right and exact. He knew what he was doing when he called us his 5%ers. He never reneged on that shit. And he was talking to children. So, where's the gods of the universe at? See, that goes back to that job description. Allah had to take boys and make them men. So he said, here's the job, son. It's God of the universe. Here's the qualifications. Can you live up to this? And most of them said yes. Many of them didn't live up to it.
Please.
Some of them did. But at the end of the day, here we are. We're 60 years later. What happened? Then what happened? I'll do the Pepsi challenge with my mathematics any day of the week. You see? People who want to drink Kool-Aid because they got a sweet tooth, I ain't got no time for that. Last conversations I had with Sahin, he said, and he was always serious. He stopped me. He said, God, I want you to make sure nobody stops this. And I thought, I didn't think too much of it, but he knew that. And he stopped me. Motherfucker, I want you to make sure. He said, promise me. And I was like, I promise. And I meant it. But what little did I know is that he was preparing me to be his insurance policy. Because he wanted to make sure, damn it, when I'm gone, these motherfuckers are gonna keep fucking this shit up. And guess what? They did, and guess what? So many of them thought, he ain't here no more. I don't care if they changed the mathematics, They changed the alphabets. They changed the lessons. They say we the nation of gods and earths. They can keep grafting all that they want. I'm still here, and I'm still going to say bullshit, 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 bullshit. Well, how you know, God? Take a walk with me.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about it.
Walk the universe.
They say it's the nation of gods and earths, right? Black man's God, black woman's the earth. Okay, so that's just as stupid as saying a nation of man and woman. That don't make no goddamn sense. We didn't elevate this mathematics to such a degree that we can say, well, it's just a nation of guys and girls. What? That's stupid. It's fucking stupid. And it shows lack of understanding. And it's disrespectful. Because Allah showed and proved who he said he was. That's why he said, y'all are my 5%. What's that lesson tell you? It tells you who we are. It tells you what we do. It tells you what we're about.
Yes, sir.
So I don't need no nation of gods and earths bullshit. You know who? I ain't even gonna get into who came up with that. That was so that gods could get lessons in jail.
Yes, God.
That's so that they could start to circumnavigate the legal system.
Yes.
Well, they have us down on paper as the 5%, and that's a gang. Oh, well, we're the nation of gods and earths. We're not, we're different.
Right.
Oh, well, okay, he can get some lesson. That's shit. What I call, it's a PR stunt. It's a public relations stunt.
This video was brought to you by the 5% Nation and H. Medina and the H. Medina Media Group.